Okay, I'm going to give you the. Do you want the Gareth dramatic version, or do you want the real, honest?
No, I want the truth. Because as soon as he said used or nah, I saw the little ring. It was a dental pick. It's one of those things that they're like it's like a U with a piece of string going across it, and then like a toothpick on the other end. And as soon as I looked at it, I'm like, that's used because I use them all the time.
Okay, so you're wrong. Here's what happened.
I'm
Yesterday,
not wrong.
before the show, and there's video evidence because I was not talking and I accidentally talked and you could see me on camera for like a half a second. But before the show, I had eaten my lunch and there was something on the right side of my mouth and the tooth and I was just annoyed with it. So I asked JoJo if because I know she has those dental pick thingies. And so she was on with Johnny B. So she had to go to her office and come. So while we were all talking, she gave me, I only asked for one, but she brought me 3, which was very kind. Those dental floss picking things that you just described.
Right.
I took one, and while we were discussing it, I knew exactly where this little thing was. I sawed it out or whatever, and I threw it straight in the garbage, and then we were done. Okay, now we did the whole rest of the show. The other 2 I forgot about. I completely forgot about the other 2. Unused completely. They were so unused that they were under the log, the paper commercial log. So there was no use of them whatsoever at all. And I forgot about them. I went in the production room after the show. I'm like, oh, I forgot about those flossers. Oh, well, I don't want to interrupt their show. Next, I'm getting a phone call from John Senning. Hey, you nasty ass bitch. He didn't say that. He just wanted to know. He kind of buttered me up a little bit and then wanted me to know if I use those or whatever. And I told him exactly what I just told you. And I don't care who says what. It wasn't used. And by the way, they went in the garbage. Right? Because it was in the garbage, and he saw the used one in the garbage.
He would have been well within his rights to stick with nasty ass bitch if he used it.
If I left it there used, you're 100% right. I agree, but it wasn't used. I even said when I was here and we were talking and I was getting it, I was like in my head, I was like, this is something Mo would do, man. What am I doing? I felt really, really gross about it. I knew it was not. I knew it was gross, but it had to be done. Otherwise, I would have been annoyed all show.
Listen, I use those things all the time.
That's what Johnny B said. He keeps them in his car.
But you throw them away.
When you use them, you don't throw all new ones away? You just throw them away?
Throw
What you're saying?
anything I'm done with that I'm not using away.
So I'm not going to throw 2 new ones away. In fact, I meant to keep them and.
Well, you kind of did by just leaving them on the table.
I know. I forgot about them. I wish I would have taken them and put in my locker.
I had no clue what John was even talking about because we did a little interview with Tiger King with Joe Exotic, which was random. And then after the interview, John goes, I just found something that's making me feel real uneasy. And I have a couple people John. I think I might know who it is, but I'm going to start here. And he called, I had no clue he was calling Monica. And then when she answered and he said what he found, it clicked. Because I remembered, what's her face? JoJo coming in and giving her this stuff.
Yeah. And they're not used, so, and I don't care. I'm not here to convince anybody what you guys think what you want.
The string was kind of worn down.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll say this, because there was a little wobble in the string, and when you get those out of the packet, they're pulled taut.
Yeah.
Is there any possibility whatsoever
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying.
In the process of JoJo having them in her hands, canning them over to me putting them on the table, and then being underneath the log that moves around when I check off those spots and that sort of thing, is there any possibility I might have gotten a little slack during all of that, or is that just crazy?
I mean,
I wasn't there. I don't know for sure. I'm just going by
for sure.
My use of those dental picks and enough Law and Order episodes to know that if I had to go on the stand,
yeah, you're on the jury right now.
I would feel pretty confident as a legal expert that it was a used.
What if you're in the jury? What if you're in the jury box and I just told you my case, and that's facts as I know them because I lived it. Would you convict or acquit?
I would. You don't want to ask me.
No, I do want to ask you. If you're gonna say convict, then that's just how you feel.
I would convict.
Okay.
I would convict.
Keep going.
But then you would be there with rational thought and saying, well, probable, okay, but is it possible? And of course, anything is possible. So we'd probably end up with a hung jury.
I like a well-hung jury.
I didn't even see Monica using them. That's the funny. I saw her get them.
It was in and out.
I didn't see her use them, but I did hear her saying, oh, I'm just like Mo right now.
Yeah, I did feel like it. I really did.
And then I was like, what? She goes, I'm over here flossing my teeth. I'm like, on camera. I'm like, oh, okay.
It felt, and then it is very Mo-like to leave them here on the cons. Like I should have either came back. Would there be, okay, let me ask you this, jury member. Would there be less doubt? Would we be convinced more that I should be acquitted if when I was in the production room and I realized I had left them here, if I came back and picked them and said, sorry, and picked them up and went and left the room and interrupted the show. Like they didn't interrupt the show, but like came in while they were doing the show.
I mean, yeah, because at least you cleaned up after you cleaned your nastiness up after yourself.
Not nasty if it's new.
Yeah.
Is it nasty if you have 100 pack of those and you throw them on the console and they're all laying there? Is that nasty? They're all
no,
clean.
No, because they're in the package.
They're all. But no, I'm saying you take them out of the package. If you open the package of 100 and you spill them all over the console, 100 of them, is that nasty? Because it's the same exact concept.
The used ones, yes.
But if they're new, they're not.
Let me ask you this. Let's just say, even if this was true, and you did, in fact, accidentally, because nobody's saying you would have done it on purpose. You're not, like, I know you enough to know there's no way you're going to sit there and floss your teeth and then say, you know what, I'm going to leave this used dental pick for John Senning to freak out.
No.
I know that's something that you would never, ever do.
No.
But let's just say it's possible that you did accidentally leave a used dental pick in there. I know you didn't do it on purpose. Is there a shot in hell that you'd own it at this point, knowing that all the bullets are flying?
Yes, and here's why. And I said this when I was talking to John Senning on the about this yesterday. I said I don't like it when there's like this flossgate. I don't like. Remember when Garrett and the Soup Bowl? I don't need to.
Did you just call it flossgate?
Yeah. I don't need there to be a mystery, and I wonder who did it. And then the whole time I'm like, oh, it was me. Oh my God, what if someone finds? I don't need any of that. You know how I live. I ain't living like that. So I would have to be, oh crap. I wouldn't be proud of it. It'd be horribly embarrassing. But I'd want to end, and I don't want anyone else getting blamed for it. Like, oh, Monica would, like you just said, Monica would never do that on purpose. Oh my God.
See, that's where you and Dizzy are different.
Yeah, hell
He'd want anybody else getting blamed.
Yeah, I lied. I kept the lie up because I was like, I'm not going to say I left the soup bowl here.
Yeah.
Which was noodles. It was noodles. But
you're not going to say you drew the peckers on the glass. You're not going to say.
No, I own those.
You know, it took a little while for you to own those, though.
No, I owned those right away. It was just the soup bowl. That's the only thing I ever lied about.
I don't think that you owned up. I think everybody, like you said, hey, look at this. Like I don't.
Yeah, so that's owning it. It's not like I was like, oh, look at these random.
Nobody. You didn't get in trouble at who drew this. It was.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's still funny, but
yeah,
maybe not everybody's sense of humor. But boy, did I think that was funny.
Yeah.
There were penises.
That's a good question. I thought on his way out, Johnny B and Ian were like, Johnny B was in like black eye voice, I guess. And I think they called you Mocha,
yes.
Monica.
Yes, he did. I was standing right here.
And then it was white ass JP, and then followed by white ass John Senning, and then white ass Drew Garabo, and then even whiter Mo.
Yeah.
Yep, I heard that.
This guy takes a beating, huh?
It's so funny you should say that because as soon as they were off there, I go, man, Mo just takes it.
Yeah.
Mo, I'm not over here talking about that's something Mo would do. That's what I told them that story, and then I'm like, you guys are over here just calling him white, like Mo. And I said I would never add to it or continue it or anything like that if I knew he was like hurt and at home crying about it. He just doesn't. I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
He just could not care less of what we think about him or what we say about him.
What's the worst thing you guys found in the studio left over from another show?
Pube. I'm assuming it's a pube, but it was on the board. A short and curly hair. Let me put it that way. A very short and very curly hair on the board.
You did?
Yes, this was at the country station I used to work at.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant here.
And then later on, I found out, like maybe a few months later, this chick was having an affair because she worked the overnight. She worked midnight to 6.
Yeah.
And she was having an affair with a state trooper, actually. And she got busted. So she was, I guess, doing it overnight. So I know there was no way that wasn't a pube.
Yeah.
How do you think it got on the board? You think she coughed it up?
Listen, I don't know. I didn't ask questions. I don't even know.
Because think about it. To get on the board, I mean, I guess if she was sitting up on the board or whatever. I don't think, to answer your question, Diz, I don't remember finding anything in the studio.
Oh, a mocha. Remember?
What?
Booger, snot.
That
was
wasn't
in
in
the
the
bathroom.
studio. That was in the men's room.
Yeah.
No, I'm
That
saying
was-
I've seen it on the board.
Oh, you've
yeah,
seen it on
yes,
the board.
yes.
Oh,
I
God.
I remember one.
What kind of animals do you work with?
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I remember there was like this weird thing on one of the mics. It looked like someone coughed and like phlegm ended up on the mic. Do you remember that? It was on the mic you're on. It was on the main mic.
Oh, because there was
I
a picture
remember
of
that
it.
story.
Yes.
I
there was a
remember
close
that.
up of that was before COVID when we didn't use these things.
Somebody
Yeah.
left a loogie.
Yeah. That was disgusting.
I mean, there have been smells in the studio, like putrid, rancid. I told you about the big, heavy guy that would eat pizza and drink Mountain Dew every
Yeah,
night.
yeah,
and
yeah.
Just like leave this sweaty ass crack stink. And the minute you sat on that chair, and we had this producer Eddie that would sit on that chair, and it would just the minute it was just waft out of the chair to the point where we finally just took the chair and threw it in the dumpster
Ugh.
without anybody knowing it. Where the PD came, where's the chair? And we explained the situation. Like, all right, cool. All right, cool. And then he had to talk to, but with the flossing in the studio, we had a program director that cut his toenails in a meeting.
Oh, that was my pick.
Nope.
It was Ryan Hoppy's fingernails.
Nope.
Were left here.
Nope.
Yeah. No, dude, this guy was allegedly a member of Mensa, right? And at least that's what he said on numerous occasions. And, could have been smart dude, but definitely weird and quirky. And the whole thing fits. But we're sitting in the middle of a meeting. It's me and Raj. And this guy, we're having a conversation. I remember it vividly. It was about doing a Roger and JP bumper sticker campaign with 7-Eleven. And this dude just kicked off his shoes and his socks
Nope.
and starts cutting his
No.
toenails
Mm-mm.
in the middle of a discussion.
No.
And I'm looking at Raj, and Raj is looking at me. I'm like, what is happening here?
Mm-mm.
And I remember saying, like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, what? I go, what do you mean?
Oh,
what?
he
You cut your
doubled
toenail?
down like he was because like you try you get away with it or you try to get away with it and hopefully nobody calls you out because they're too disgusted. But if someone calls you out, you're like, my bad, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was just like what? Like he
Like somehow I was wrong for thinking cutting your toenails in a meeting was a little weird.
How dare you?
Oh, this business, boy.
And here's the thing.
Business is something
I know
else. There is a breed of people in this business that just
it's gotten better after COVID. I think with we're provided the wipe down thingies, and I do that every day. Nothing. Not that I think anybody's dirty, but if we all do that, then the board isn't like it used to be because it used to be bad as far as like dirt and stuff.
I firmly feel that the percentage of people that are on the programming side of radio, mostly the people who crack a mic open every single day, I don't think the majority of us would ever be prepared to work in some sort of corporate scenario.
Girl.
Like
I used to.
Like in a regular office.
I used to
would
have a
die.
cubicle. I used to picture me wearing pantyhose and a suit, like a skirt with like a jacket, like business, like every day. Oh, I want to puke just thinking about it. And in a little cubicle, and we were allowed to have a little radio kept on low volume. And I was the black sheep of the office because I am who I am now. You know what I mean? I am not that quiet girl. And so Monica, we're going to have to say it. Keep it down out here now, Monica. No! Why are we so quiet all the time? Why? And it was so quiet in there. It was the United Way.
Meanwhile, when I used to do promotions, we used to do these, we used to just go into, and I hated every bit of it. We went to like industrial areas, right? And we'd walk in with like T-shirts and coffee mugs or whatever it is and just walk into businesses and take over the joint. And who runs the radio, and go put the radio on our radio station and hand out T-shirts to everybody. And like they're all looking around like they just got hit by a bomb, right? We would go, it was like go in, go hard, get out.
Yeah.
Right? We would walk into these businesses, take them over. All these people behind cubicles that just like they had their souls sucked out of them starting at 9 a.m.
And there's like signs of the outside world that is alive and that's fun and that's not quiet and that's not boring.
And you would just see the look on these people's faces like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. But you can't say anything because then there's a meeting afterwards. And
I used to have to go in and like, where's the radio? And I'd change the radio. And if I saw a radio on people's desks, I was like, oh, you want a shirt? I got to change the radio station. And we changed the radio and we do it like one after another, after another, after another. I would spend 2-3 hours a day
I mean, that's
doing
fun
that.
though. I want to do it now and stand out in the
hated
Florida
it.
heat or whatever. No, but I honestly I liked promotions. When I worked promotions, I think it's in the attitude. Like, why not meet new people who and either get them to tune into the station or that are such diehard listeners of the station that they're happy that you're there. Prizes to give away. Back then, when there was money, we'd have this big. We had a big slot machine. Like, so you pulled a lever, and if it matched, you know what I mean. You get good prizes. And
My favorite thing to do would be I would have a backpack or more full of T-shirts, and my job was to walk up and down the beach with a Walkman on.
you're on the beach. What are you bitching about?
I said, I'm not bitching. I said one of my favorite things to do as part of the job would be walking up and down the beach. I'd have a Walkman on, but I'd have one ear off.
Yeah.
Right? And listening for people who were listening to the radio station. And then you'd pop over them and say, hey, I'm JP from WBAB. Thanks for listening to the station, whatever it is, and throw them a couple of T-shirts and keep walking.
Aw.
It was a great way to meet chicks, too.
Oh, and you worked so you were cool because you worked at the radio station.
Right.
As well as the fact you're giving away free stuff. And
Right.
for you, you're on the beach getting paid.
Yeah.
It's hot down here, though. I think it'd be too hot for me to.
Well, it depends on when you do it. You know,
Yeah.
it depends on when you actually
I
go.
liked
and-
going to things, and I
Walk
know.
it from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Yep. Or from midnight
In
to
February.
Yeah.
For real. I remember going to and doing crazy, like there was a concert that would be done every year at Coachman Park, and we'd get there at probably 5, 6 in the morning, and we wouldn't be done until 11, 12 at night. It was just, and I think I was maybe getting paid $8 an hour. So what did I make, $50 all day? I don't even know. But I remember along the way, like they knew we were working long hours, so they were really cool about like, okay, go get some food if you want to, or just like it was very relaxed. They weren't strict by any means, and we got to see the music for free. We had a great vantage point, and I don't know, I liked my promotions days. I really did.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a limit. I overstayed my welcome as far
yeah, I
as
didn't.
promotions went.
How long
So
were you
it's
there?
like, I was doing it for 5 years.
Oh yeah.
I did it for 5 years. I did it too long because I was just most of the time having fun, but my promotion director was not Mike Olivero. Not even close.
Nobody is.
No, not
I think
even
I did
close.
mine from. Yeah, I think I did
he
mine
would,
for
like-
like 7, 8 months.
This guy would go out and inspect the vans, and if it didn't have scissors, duct tape,
Well, that's true,
roll
though.
banner, all this other where's your roll banner? Where's your scissors?
Hold on, that's-
I'm like,
that's
dude,
the
I'm
right
like,
thing to do, though.
I'm still getting it ready. How about you just relax?
Okay.
I said to him one time, I'm like, have you ever gotten a report on me not being prepared at a gig? And do me a favor, just back off.
Yeah, but I think it's important to have those things. I think we had it enough where nobody had to check it because it was always.
You like rules. I'm
I
like,
like-
get out of
yeah,
my face and trust me to
organization.
do what you're paying me to do.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just
You can understand knowing you and your personality. You can understand why someone might wonder if you were fully prepared.
I'm sorry. Are you calling me unprofessional? Hold on a second.
I'm saying a young JP would come. Like, I know how you come off now. Like, whatever. It'll whatever. I can see a young JP being like, well, whatever. Okay, fine. We don't have zip ties. I'll do this instead. Like, I can see you not being 100% following everything like you should.
You, madame, are incorrect.
I apologize.
I was very good
Were
at
you?
what I did.
I'm not saying you were good. I'm saying
was the gold standard.
I'm
I
sure your job
would
was.
improvise.
Yes.
If something wasn't there, it didn't affect the way the gig was supposed to look or go down, ever.
I believe that. But also, what you just said is telltale that everything you needed might not be in there, which is why he was saying, let's make sure we have our banners and our duct tape and our whatever else we needed.
Listen, I was great at that gig. I did it too long, but I was great at that gig. Turns out I
years.
waited just long enough.
5 years
but
is crazy.
yeah, that was too long to do that. That was too long to do that. All right, back to Journey. All right, we get your shot to win $1,000 coming up in.
So can someone take that $1,000 and go to the Bone Beach Bash and just be like, drinks on me? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that would be. I feel like I would want to do that if I won $1,000.
They sure can. All right. If you want information to join us on the Bone Beach Bash, that is the weekend of the 18th, 19th, 20th of July. Just go to theboneonline.com. All the information is right there for you to peruse. Hope you join us. Hope you join us at the the Liquid Lunch on June 6th. I did not see that information on the website, but it's on my social media stuff. So the Metallica Liquid Lunch at the original Hooters in Clearwater, that's going to be on June 6th. So be down there a couple of times in the next couple of months, which I'm looking forward to very much. 12 o'clock, we got your first shot at the $1,000. We'll do Dead Guy at 12:15, and we'll have a lot of laughs in between. It's JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. 1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning.
Stingray Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet. There's no doubt, if you listen to the news, that the economic landscape is in a constant state of change. And with the uncertainty surrounding the automotive industry, many people are heading to the used car lots. Listen, there are plenty of good reasons to buy a pre-owned vehicle, and chief among them is avoiding the dreaded D word, depreciation. Here at Stingray, we constantly stock 200 high-quality pre-owned vehicles with a great selection of certified pre-owned Chevys, like a 2022 certified pre-owned Chevy Trax for just $17,600. And since saving money is on the top of everyone's mind, remember that Stingray Chevy on I-4 has no dealer fee on any pre-owned vehicle, and that automatically saves you $1,000 to $1,500. StingrayChevrolet.com, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4, exit 22, Plant City. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming. You can skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. You can say goodbye to the stress that comes along with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
At Sun Toyota, we're saluting service with Memorial Day specials all month long during the Summer Starts Here sales event. Get a $500 Amazon gift card with a new vehicle purchase. Then shop select new Toyota trucks with 0% financing and a nationwide lifetime warranty with 4-year maintenance on new models. Shop online at suntoyota.com, because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 1-800-639-3367 for more information.
Sun, Toyota.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA summer sale.
Hi, yeah. My family and I want our backyard to be a summer oasis.
Don't sweat it. Our summer deals are here to help. Save up to 50% off on select items. Plus, IKEA loyalty members can save an extra 10%.
Sign me up. You just saved my summer.
Visit us in store from 5/27 to 6/30 or at IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for more details. Offer valid 5/27 to 6/30/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This Saturday, May 31st, join Shark Coast for Daniel Defense with Benelli, making this a double feature you won't want to miss. There'll be great deals on everything Daniel Defense and unbeatable deals on Benelli shotguns. Shark Coast has the most inventory, and their crew will be in the shop to answer all your questions. Daniel Defense AR suppressors and SBRs are the best in the industry, and at Shark Coast, you get your tax stamp in about 3 days. Don't miss Daniel Defense Day with Benelli at Shark Coast Tactical this Saturday, May 31st. Shark Coast Tactical is on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. Look for them on social media and tell Mike Calta sent you.
NASCAR on Prime lights up Music City.
Here we go, Nashville. See what you got here.
Who's got what it takes to tackle the concrete at Nashville Super Speedway and walk away with NASCAR's coolest trophy?
Let's freaking go!
Stream the NASCAR Cup Series at Nashville Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, where music meets motorsports.
Tasting you up, tasting you up.
Only on Prime.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
It's JP, 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. You know, Dizzy, you've been doing your puff dates, right?
Yeah, of course.
How did you miss the applesauce story? I know I was out on Friday, and I think it broke either Thursday or Friday. Do you know anything about this?
I read the article in your prep, but I didn't see it in like the updates I was getting, where they're like,
Monica,
hey.
did you see it?
No, I have no idea.
I'm
avoiding it all.
My man puts applesauce on his cheeseburgers.
Oh, I would try that.
No, don't act excited.
No, I mean, but
act
you don't know
like the rest of the planet is, and it's oh so very wrong.
You don't know what the sweet and savory combo would be. I'm not saying it'd be good, but it might be.
I'm a big fan of sweet and savory. You give me a French fry, and I'll dip it in a shake all day.
Yeah,
see? And people put
all day.
I don't know if it'd be just as good on a hamburger, but people put they have cheese slices with their apples. They put melted cheese, or they have cheese slices with their apples all the time, and it'd be the same concept.
Nah.
Well, no, because it doesn't have. That's just the cheese and the apple. That's literally just the sweet and savory. This has got meat juice mixing with the liquidity of the applesauce.
Liquidity.
And the cheese. Yeah, the liquidity. You heard me. The liquidness. What's the word?
It's clearly liquidity.
Are you mocking? Are you mocking?
I
feel like you're mocking.
I feel like you're just as offended by liquidity as you are with applesauce on a cheeseburger.
No, I'm offended by your tone. That's what I'm offended by.
Liquidity.
You're such a dick.
There's a tone.
So anyway, I guess during the trial, it says during testimony on Thursday at Combs' ongoing sex trafficking trial, a former employee of Combs said that the rapper, quote, loves applesauce and eats it on the side or on top of a lot of things. Then the defense attorney said, even cheeseburgers? And the guy, George Kaplan, the guy that was a former assistant, said, yes, cheeseburgers being one of them. And I'm sitting there and I'm going like, I heard that. I'm like, I tried to process it. And I'm like, that is just absolutely horrific.
Yeah, I love Red Robin, and they have some unique burgers. I would never try an applesauce burger.
But I mean, just try it. Take a bite. Nobody says you have to finish it. But aren't you a little bit curious as to what it would taste like?
I was curious. I went to there's a burger place over here that I love, and they have this burger with peanut butter on it.
Oh, I heard that's amazing.
But why is that acceptable? Okay.
It sucked. It was like you're taking this perfectly beautiful, juicy burger and then adding peanut flavored paste. So now you like to chew that. You got that.
You're the one who told me about the egg on the hamburger, and I tried it. It is delicious. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
That is the best. Talk to me about Red Robin, because I do love a good burger.
Yum.
I've never been to a Red Robin.
You've never been to Red?
I've heard the commercials.
That's crazy.
They're the best. They do have a lot. And they have bottomless basket of fries, or whatever side you want. Bottomless.
They have stuff like, eggs on burgers, like a hard-boiled on burger or whatever. The one I was pleasantly surprised by, you're going to think this sounds disgusting, pineapple teriyaki or something like that. It was.
Nah, I'm not.
I know it
Well,
sounds
hang on.
crazy.
That's why you so
sounds
negative.
crazy. I don't even know what made me order it, but I did. Loved it. It's a favorite.
Yeah,
burger
I mean,
right
I kind of understand it. It's just not something that would be for me. I get it.
I love, as Giggle Waters will put it, a plain Jane burger. That's what they have, just a plain Jane, and there's nothing fancy about it. It's just, a hamburger. I do like that. But I will dig speaking of Red Robin, Red Robin's getting the love today. They have their Burn in Love one, and it has those little, it has fried jalapeno, it's breaded jalapeno fried or whatever on top of that with onion, with a special spicy sauce. It's and then I guess you can get it with jalapeno cheese if you want, but it's got onions. It's in a spicy barbecue. It's very flavorful. And so I'll take one of those. I mean, listen, again, plain Jane is awesome, but I like to fool around. I'll try next time I go to a restaurant that has applesauce and hamburgers. I can make it myself, right?
I hope they throw you out.
DIY.
You're no different than the pineapple pizza people.
If I don't know if that's good or bad. I can't comment, but I do. If it's not just one person in the world, there are people. So what makes you right and them wrong?
Because you've never heard anybody put applesauce on their cheeseburger before.
And now I have. Now we have.
If it was that big a thing, if it was that special, people would be doing it and you'd know about it.
I told you about peanut butter with my chili, not necessarily in it, but
that don't make you right.
But I'm saying there's just because you haven't heard of it doesn't mean there's not a whole bunch of people who do it, because you speak to the Midwest and they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, the phone lines are 800-771-1025. If you are a applesauce burger person, by all means, give us a call.
Or what other weird things do you think?
Crickets.
But hold on, maybe there's other things that people put on their hamburgers but just open your mind. I wouldn't call them just he just.
I have opened my mind. I switched from ketchup to barbecue sauce on my burgers.
How much did that take too? How many years of?
I don't know, but it was a whole new world.
It is, and you can dip your fries in BBQ sauce.
I do.
Yeah, anything that you can use ketchup for, you can use for sure.
That's what I made the switch for the most part.
I found at Dollar Tree. Shut up. Ketchup. It's jalapeno ketchup. So there's jalapeno
some heat.
flavor. Yes, it's a spicy. Oh, it's my new favorite. It's $1.25.
So back on the Dizzy thing. Apparently the celebrity chefs are all kind of chiming in on top of it because that's what TMZ does, and and this is funny coming from this guy Andrew Zimmern. You guys know who he is?
How do I know that name?
He had a show on the Travel Channel, and he would just go around.
Yeah.
And he would eat basically very strange, for the most part, very strange street food. So he'd spend a lot of time in Asia, and he'd be eating a cricket on a stick.
Yeah, that's
right.
Or
some other horrific looking bug that just had a stick put through its eyes, and now all of a sudden you buy it, it's over smoke, and he'd be eating that stuff. He goes, quote, "I don't like to yuck on anyone's yum, but applesauce on a hamburger is a complete travesty."
Well,
yes.
You got another guy, California chef, American gravy owner, Andrew Gruel. He says, quote, "Anyone who feels inclined to put applesauce on their burgers should seek professional help immediately." Monica, these are professionals.
And I respect their opinions, and they've got, taste. But understand, professionals have a super high standard and all that. And again, respect. But there are people, me included, whose taste buds don't go that high. They're not up to that. I don't want to mix mango with habanero. I don't need any of that's just what they think of as a cuisine and all of that. I think it's disgusting. My palate doesn't do that. So I don't know if experts, quote unquote, should be ringing in on something that is not cuisine or that level of fancy. Let's take it to the streets. Let's find out.
Oh my God.
Let's find out who.
And ravioli. That's what I'm talking about.
Who isn't an expert who just likes regular, average, everyday food you can go buy.
Oh.
So we gave out the phone number and asked anybody who eats applesauce on their burgers. Did the phone ring?
One phone rang at the time, but as soon as I picked up, they just hung up. So I guess
because
they're
you know why?
"Oh, I was calling." Yeah.
All right.
That was embarrassment.
We're getting Red Robin love on Twitter, though. Red Robin is.
Are you?
Listen, they serve good burgers, and they have $10 burgers on Tuesdays. I'm not getting paid for any of this, so
right.
It's not that at all. It's honestly a really good deal. $10. And if you buy a soda with that, you get entered to win a free burger, free burgers for the rest of the year.
You want to laugh? You want to play a little? Wait, how much?
Oh, I love a wait how much. You know why I love a wait how much?
Why?
Because you pay whatever this wait how much is, and the rest of us are using the app for the coupons and not paying anywhere near it.
This one wasn't me. This was my son. There's like a little dive bar restaurant at the end of my block.
Okay.
And he went in there with his buddies. He got a chicken quesadilla and a fountain Coke. Chicken quesadilla and a fountain Coke.
Okay. At a dive bar. So dive bars are known to be cheap, like not expensive.
Chicken quesadilla, fountain Coke.
The fountain Coke, I'm going to say is $2.50, $3. And then the quesadilla is higher than it should be these days because of stuff going on in the world. So I would say $7, $8, $7, $3. I'd say $10.
Mm-hmm. Diz?
No, I said $8. $8.
Mm.
So,
we're still going?
$25.
$25. I was gonna say like 14 or something.
$25.
Was the
And my
quesadilla
son
like
tipped him.
17?
It cost him $30 for a chicken quesadilla, and I actually didn't believe him. I figured he just took my money and he was pocketing the change. And I called his friends. I called two of his friends hours later and asked how much. And he said it was 20. They said it was $25
friends are gonna
because
lie
they
for
all
him.
got two of them got the same thing, and they couldn't believe it was that much money
$25 for a quesadilla?
for a chicken quesadilla.
For chicken cheese.
How much was the actual actual
tortilla?
It was $25, and then he tipped him, so it came to $30. Crazy as
Here's
that.
a tip: lower your prices, you'll get a tip. That's my tip.
Yeah, Jenny on line one. Is it Jenny or Janae on line one?
Janae.
Hi, Janae.
Hi, how are you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful. Love the show. I just want to comment on the applesauce thing.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love applesauce with either pork chops or pork roast. It is
yes.
delicious.
Yes, I agree with you. I've done that when I was a kid. That or what was that Saucy Susan stuff that they used to have? Remember Saucy Susan?
No.
Duck sauce.
Saucy Susan sounds like a slut in high school.
You never had duck sauce? You know, it's kind of like the duck sauce that you get at a Chinese restaurant? The orange sauce that's in the little packet.
Oh.
You know, you get the packets. One's mustard and yellow. One's soy sauce, and one is
like the duck sauce.
The duck sauce.
Yeah,
that's what Saucy Susan was.
Amazing.
On pork chops, the bomb diggity. But I used to put applesauce on my pork chops too. That's a thing.
How come
that
you're
we've all
okay with
heard of
that
before.
and not it sounds like so far fetched to do the hamburger?
Because when you do it with the pork chop, and Janae, follow me here and tell me if you agree, it's just a dipping sauce, right? But on a burger, now you got cheese, the other accoutrements,
ketchup and mustard,
and bread.
No, yeah.
And it's a mess of a bite, right? It's gross.
Hamburgers can be messy though.
But the pork chop is just a nice simple dip in the applesauce, correct?
Exactly.
See, Janae, you get me.
I do get you.
Thanks, Janae.
So is it about the sloppiness of it? It's not so much the
No, it's
taste.
just it's the flavor profile.
Do you think? Well, actually, I'm not going to say. Next Friday, you have to try it.
We could do it at Hooters.
Yeah, we have to try
Do
it
they
at
have?
Hooters.
We could BYO applesauce if they ain't got it.
We don't have to do anything.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Don't be-
Content.
we're not a team
Content,
player.
part of the show.
Not a team player.
Yeah, not a team player.
Way to go, Diz.
I love
Me?
Yeah.
You. I'll try it.
I will definitely try it. But I don't have cheese on mine. But other than that, I'll have ketchup and mustard and everything else I put on a hamburger, and then I'll have it with applesauce. I have a feeling it's listen.
I think he's gonna like it.
I
and
know.
he
I
can
have a
be
think you're gonna like it more than you think you will. Maybe it won't be your favorite, but I don't think you'll hate it.
I disagree.
Well, I wrote it
But-
down. We're doing it next Friday.
I hope Hooters says no and throws us out. That's what I hope happens. It's JP 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Be right back.
A minute is needed to make a phony rolling bleed and put them in a bucket like a chicken feed. Check out the pick up a winner, not a quitter. Nice. And I'ma dust you up and dust you up twice.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. Guys with ponytails, girls that think they're models, people that don't know how to Google something, and of course, ventriloquists. No one is safe when it comes to an open letter from Galvin.
Seriously?
Hear a brand new open letter from Galvin live every Wednesday at 8 a.m. on The Mike Calta Show. And go check out all the past open letters from Galvin at theboneonline.com.
Sponsored by Zero Res. Zero Res. All they leave is clean.
It's 6:30 and the branch is closed.
Yep.
And you couldn't find your debit card.
Nope.
But you're going to get cash.
Yep. Cadence Bank Live Teller has extended hours, and I can get cash from my account with my driver's license.
My bank can't do that.
Nope.
With over 300 Live Teller locations with extended hours, there's opportunity here. Find a Live Teller near you at cadencebank.com/Live Teller. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
Hey, this is Roger for the amazing Sleep Number Smart Bed. My wife and I, we've had our Sleep Number Smart Bed for over 8 years. My side of the bed, my Sleep Number setting is a 45. On her side of the bed, her Sleep Number setting is a 55. She likes the bed a little more firm than I do. Never slept better. It adjusts while you sleep, so you can sleep well uninterrupted. Oh, by the way, over the last month, my average Sleep Number score is an 81. That's amazing. So why should you choose a Sleep Number Smart Bed? Well, so you can choose your ideal comfort on either side like we do. It's the only bed that lets you make each side firmer or softer whenever you like your Sleep Number setting. And right now, it's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event, up to 50% off, limited time, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. In Tampa, 1822 Northwest Shore Boulevard. In Clearwater, at the Countryside Mall on US 19. And in Brandon, at the Brandon Exchange between JCPenney's and the food court. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Get the dirt out before school's out and call Zero Res. Right now, get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $119. Mention my name, Galvin, to secure this deal today. Book online at ZeroResTampaBay.com. Zero Res. All they leave is clean.
Memorial Day savings all month long at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with 0 down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service.
Visit CrownHyundai.com.
With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
Medical malpractice and nursing home abuse cases are difficult and the stories are heartbreaking. At Bernetti PA, we fight to make sure your story is heard loud and clear. We know you may not have been ready. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Mike Calta here from my friends at Zen Film Solutions. You can find them online at zenfilmsolutions.com or give them a call at 813-TINTING. Because if you're driving around in a car in Florida with no tint, you are crazy. Factory smoke glass does nothing for heat rejection. And if you want to protect yourself from love bugs this season, get paint protection for your car, windshield protection film, and color changing wraps. If you're driving around in a car and you don't like the color, simply change it with a wrap. Hit them up online at zenfilmsolutions.com or call them up at 813-TINTING and tell Mike how to say you.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
O'Reilly.
You need parts? We got parts. Product availability? Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select brake pads for $10 more, or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Offer in-store only. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
And now, back to JP.
It's JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. About 13 minutes away from $1,000 with the Bone bonus. Bow, bow, wow. A little Van Halen for you.
Is this? I never know who it is.
I was exhausted before the show started. Then I had an espresso, and all of a sudden I bounced back, and I'm in a great mood.
All right. So rule number 1, espresso before every show.
Yes, espresso and my NeuroGum. Leads for we got the good things. Good things going.
Caffeine and placebo. Perfect.
Shut up.
That's a great
It's not
combo.
a placebo. It's great for me.
Hey, can I plug something right quick just because it's a really good cause?
Sure.
Got a gig this weekend. I'm
what?
emceeing a charity event for Pet Pal Rescue. They do such great work here. They're in Pinellas County, and they have dogs and cats that otherwise would be sent to be euthanized, and they take care of them. And there's nothing but volunteering and donations that keep them going. So they have a big gala every year, and this year, and I've emceed it before, and it's a lot of fun. It's a good time, and obviously for a good cause. There's auctions, silent auctions, and all of that. But this year the theme is They not only have a dance floor and a DJ this year, which is pretty cool. The theme is One Love. It's going to be a reggae theme, and it's Saturday night on the beach at Tradewinds. So it's got like Monica written all over it. Okay,
We rescued Duke from One Love Animal Rescue was the name of the place.
Get out! I love it so much.
Yes.
That is not only full circle. That is me helping someone else get a Duka, right?
There you go.
Helping
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds like it. Look at you, you do-gooder, you.
Well,
On the beach. Any shark attacks yet? They're starting to make the stories around here. There's one off of the easternmost point of Long Island is called Montauk, and apparently there's like this monster great white that's swimming around, and they act like it's some sort of shocking news that we don't know that there's great whites off the coast of Montauk, because the whole Jaws movie was based off of a great white caught off the coast of Montauk in reality.
I don't know about and I'm sure they're coming, and God bless America, and thank goodness it's a like what's New Smyrna
I will say
Beach?
this though, you won't get me in that New Smyrna Beach.
Yeah, New Smyrna. I was just gonna say that's the like shark bite capital of the world or something.
Yeah, I'm
right?
not doing that one.
Yeah, but there.
You guys are lucky. At least the water there, you can see your feet. Here, no, you can't see your feet. You cannot see your feet. If I am in shin-deep water on Long Island, I cannot see my feet. And they just named this beach called Cooper's Beach, which is a small beach out in the Hamptons, as the most beautiful beach in the country. Au contraire, mon frère, that's a lie. That is a goddamn lie, because anybody who's ever been to a beach in Florida knows Siesta Key is the bomb diggity.
Well, it's beautiful, and it's on lists of best beaches and all of that.
And you could see your feet. That's important these days.
What's confusing to me, and I know that I where I lived in Iowa, we'd literally swim in and it's disgusting now, like black water with snakes running around. It's like a pond. I don't even know if it was even a lake. We used to just be gross, and I get it. And in Buffalo, our beach, quote unquote, had like brown sand and dark water. But doesn't it gross?
But that's lake beaches. That's the different ball game. And there's no sharks in lakes.
Doesn't it gross you out though, knowing that you can't? Like, are you?
It sucks. But you don't have a choice.
Do you still pee in that?
Yep. Yes, I do.
So there's pee.
Even more so.
And I don't know. It'd be more so, but
yeah, there's probably more pee in our water. God only knows what else.
I just don't know. And this is going to sound totally bitchy, and I don't care. I just know I'm spoiled living where I live.
Of course you are.
So I can't. I don't think I can go back. And I mean, I can't go back to brown sand. It just looks dirty.
Plus, when you go to those lakes, that's where they have all that brain-eating amoeba algae floating around now. How many of those stories have we done over the years where people, like, they're in Tennessee and they went, they just went swimming in the creek. And next thing you know, they ended up with some amoeba that was eating their brain and they're stuck in a hospital bed. They can't move.
It is a creek, too, by the way. It's not a creek. It's a creek. I listen, again, spoiled rotten, and I'm very fortunate, and I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. But I also don't know how y'all do it. I don't need to.
But no shark attack so far?
Oh.
They're not leading with that whole story?
Not yet.
Usually now, this time of year, we get on this show at least, we get the red tide / shark attack stories.
So far, so knock on wood. Did you just jinx us? I don't know. So far,
I
so
hope
good.
not.
I did see, though, the other day, a woman allegedly bitten or almost bitten by a barracuda. Like, what is a barracuda? That's a fish, right? I don't know what a barracuda.
Yeah, Google image that bitch. You got to see the teeth on that mofo.
Okay,
yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah. They're like long, kind of thin fish, depending on, how.
So it's not a shark, but
they have a really pointy mouth and there's just snaggle, sharp teeth. You do not want to get.
That's what got Nemo's mom. You ever seen
Who?
Finding
really?
Nemo? That was the fish that attacked and killed.
That's an easier reference for me than it is this. The
Right.
big teeth, like the teeth are scary.
I mean, I don't want to brag or anything, but I did rescue a woman from a
Here we go.
from a barracuda bite.
Yeah, what did you do?
When I was a kid.
When you were a kid. I was gonna say, I don't see you jumping in between anything to save anybody right now. But
What'd you do? Pee on it?
We carried. No, that's pee on it.
The right thing
Only
to
if
do.
she asked me to. No, there was a woman. I was either in, I think I was in Marathon, in the Keys, or it was either Marathon or Isla Morada, and we were on the beach, and we were on vacation with my parents, and my buddy John was with me. I think I was like 15, and all of a sudden, some woman starts screaming, and I don't know why, but me and my buddy John ran into the water and dragged this chick out, and there was blood all over the place. Would I do that now? I don't know.
You should.
Back then, I should have had a cape.
Well,
you did. You had your what's it called? Your not mohawk. What's it called?
My mullet.
Mullet. Yeah, you had your mullet. That counts.
My mullet was kind of my cape.
was-
But at 15, my mullet was not in full force yet. If I even had, I don't even think I had it at all yet.
Oh, okay.
and it was from a shark or a
It
barracuda.
was a barracuda.
So you saw the barracuda. I'm looking at one of these things now. There's no way you went in.
No, I didn't see the barracuda. The EMS people that came said it was a barracuda bite.
Oh, so they would know, obviously.
Correct. But we got that. You would have been impressed. We went and used my T-shirt to tie off above where the bite was. So
Like
to
a
slow
tourniquet
down,
or whatever?
to
Yeah.
slow down the bleeding. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I should have
listen.
got some sort of medal.
Well,
something.
Or you just did it so that you could help another human being without any recognition.
Well, yeah, but I should have got a little bit more appreciation.
You have
I'm
a
not gonna
street
lie.
named after you. Shut up.
I do.
But here's the
Don't be
thing.
jelly.
This is how I know you're full of crap. Not about what you did, but about how you act now. That's an instinct right there. You didn't think. You went in with your friend and you helped. I truly believe, and you can say you wouldn't, but I truly believe instinct would pop in. You're not an evil man, despite all my thinkings.
No, I'm not an evil man. However, I'm older and wiser, and I know that blood in the water means something made that happen. And it's more kind of like, yeah, I have my own family I got to worry about before I go trying to play hero. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I would bet against me.
I would bet for you, because there's no way you're listening. You said in your own description was she was screaming, and the description of this barracuda, this chick from the bear, said she was screaming really, really bad, screaming help. And you heard the same thing. You'll hear those screams in your sleep, or if you could even sleep. Like you can't hear someone in that much pain and just walk away like doo-doo-doo, my family.
I can if it's a shark.
Oh, I'm not right. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do.
I don't think
I'm
you
just
could live
saying,
with yourself.
sorry about your luck a little bit. And I'm not saying I would be able to escape the screams, and I'm not saying it would add another couple of years onto my therapy, but I don't think I would run right in now at this age.
Heard a lady
when you're young, you're fairly dumb, right?
Yeah.
And you have no fear.
I don't think that's. I think that's.
You have no fear. Now there's a little bit of fear.
No.
I don't buy it.
If I heard someone screaming, I saw Finn, I'm not getting in that water. I'm throwing seashells from shore and saying, swim to me. There's no way I'm getting in that water. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I'm, especially if you see a fin.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you don't see anything, and it could be maybe she got it with a stingray or something like that.
Yeah, stepped on something wrong.
Can you find like a long, huge, thick stick or something?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
And before everybody comes at
Come
me,
grab
like,
this,
"Whoa,
lady."
Well, JP, all you got to do is grab the snout, and it puts them in a trance. Yeah, I know. I got it. But I got to rescue a woman first.
Grab
Plus,
the
if I
snout
throw
of
over
what?
my shoulder, my back might go out. It's bad.
Oh, my God.
What?
None of this is thought of in an emergency situation. The adrenaline's flowing. You go in, you get her, and you worry about your back and all of that other stuff later, and you understand that you just helped a woman who needed it.
Mm-hmm. She's bleeding all over me. She's got the AIDS.
Oh, my.
She's got the AIDS.
Why does this woman have AIDS?
You don't know. She's a stranger.
Because you hit me with scenarios, and I got time on my hands. So this is what
That's
happens
a
in my
lot.
noggin.
She got AIDS.
She does not have AIDS. She's got Hep C.
Oh, God. Where was this Barracuda bite thing? Where did that happen?
Oh, I don't remember. This was like so long ago. This is like
I
yesterday.
Thought it was right. I thought it was right by you.
I had it and I just ditched it. But the thing is it is that time. They not only are talking about hurricane season, which starts on Sunday. So we're very, very close to that. And they said that there were, and since 2017, I saw an article that said there were 10 hurricanes that touched land in Florida and on the Gulf and, that whole ways since 2017. 10. And there's a lot of threes in there, too. A lot of threes and fours in there.
There was a few of them.
Yeah.
We've gone into hurricane radio, I would say, in the 10 years that almost 10 years that I'm here. We've gone into hurricane radio at least 5 times. At least.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a whole aspect.
But I will say this. More so, it kind of, the first 5 years, I felt like there was like almost nothing. And then in the last 5 years, it feels like it's picked up a little bit.
It's almost like there's global warming or climate change or something. I don't know. That'd be weird to say out loud.
Are you doing it? Is that really what you're going to do now? Are we going there?
No, we're not.
Smart move. I'm just kidding. Don't bring it down.
I felt scolded.
You didn't get scolded.
I felt scolded.
I never disagreed with that stuff, by the way.
Well,
really?
Good, because I think it has been getting worse, and we're going to get lit up this hurricane season.
I don't think.
Well, don't say
I
that.
don't think so.
No.
I think you get a year off.
No, the way it's been so hot so early, that means the water's hotter.
What are you, a meteorologist now?
Yeah. You have to be when you live in Florida. It's not gonna be good.
I don't think it's gonna be. I hope. We're all just hoping. None of us know. And honestly, even meteorologists, they can predict and they're very smart and they can look at patterns and all of that. But ultimately, it's going to come down to whatever happens. Like none of us truly actually know. So all we can do is be prepared and get the raviolis. They're 58 cents at Aldi. And the Bone Italia, they're really good.
And get Osterberg on the phone. Yeah,
that's right. He's our friend during the hurricane season, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Listen, it doesn't start till Sunday. I'm milking every single minute until then because I'm not trying to.
You know, it's funny.
Worry.
Ian was on with Johnny B before. I guess he does every Thursday with for the after show.
Yes.
And they were talking about the heat and stuff. He's like, people saying it's hotter this year. Beckles is like, we say it every year. Every year we all say it's hotter this year. And no, it's not. No, it's not. It's hot. It's hot last year. It's hot the year before that. It's hot.
He brings the real, and that's why I love Ian. That's why everybody loves Ian.
Does he bring $1,000 though?
No.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
shine. The keyword is shine. So head over to the 1025 The Bone app now. Enter shine. You have until 12:30 to enter shine and win $1,000 with the Bone bonus. And don't forget, if 12:30 comes along and your phone rings and it's a number you don't know, you may want to pick it up because that is us trying to give you some money. All right? We got a whole nother hour to get to before we hand it off to Mr. John Senning. It's JP with Monica and Dizzy on 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. Did you miss the Mike Calta show today?
I also know a guy, the last time he went to Adventure Island, he got stuck on the slide. That was very surprising.
How'd you get through?
Eventually, the water just built up behind me and pushed me down. It was the worst.
And you say your kids are embarrassed. Yeah.
Listen to the Mike Calta Show every weekday morning at 6 a.m. on The Bone.
Or anytime with the full show replay.
On the free 102.5 The Bone app.
Metallica's No Repeat M72 Tour invades Raymond James Stadium June 6th and 8th. 2 shows, no repeats. Catch Metallica with Limp Bizkit and Ice Nine Kills on Friday night, and then Sunday night with Pantera and Suicidal Tendencies. Metallica, no repeat weekend. Win tickets at theboneonline.com.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
At Advent Health, we know the heart. We've mapped it, modeled it, repaired it, and rehabbed it. We've screened it, strengthened it, and saved it. We know your heart. And we know there's an unstoppable human spirit at the center of it. Learn more about whole person care and find nationally recognized heart care specialists at floridaheartexperts.com.
John Senning here for Furman Ford, Clearwater's big Ford store. From social media to the evening news, everyone is talking about the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event. If you've been waiting, trying to figure out that perfect time to buy a new truck or SUV, guess what? The time is now during the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event. What does that mean for you, you might ask? You pay exactly what a Ford employee pays across a full line of trucks and SUVs. This is an unprecedented opportunity that's going to give you massive savings on some of America's best-selling vehicles. You need to go see Bob Murray and my friends at Furman Ford today. They've got that beautiful brand new showroom on US 19 in Clearwater, and you can always check them out online at FurmanFord.com. Furman Ford, from America, for America, and make sure you let them know that John Senning sent you.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but it's also hard to deal with a cough that won't go away and thinking it's lung cancer, or feeling your heart race after a walk and wondering if it's a heart attack, or telling your family you may not be around to see your next birthday.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but the consequences are even harder. Tobacco Free Florida has free resources to help you stay smoke-free. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Raise deals are here, and they're so good, even Raymond is buying. Drive a new Kia Sportage, just $479 per month. Or a new Kia Telluride, just $379 a month. Don't miss out. Claim your raise deal today. Sportage, $479 per month. Telluride, $379 a month. At Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Cat Namo for All-American Gunslingers, Newport Richie's #1 gun range off US 19 North. Education is the key to safety. That's why they're open 7 days a week, because they understand shooting is a diminishing skill, so classes and training are crucial. They have a variety of classes and training, from holster draw to pistol intro to rifle and skills drills. Do not forget about the Friendly League Night. That's every Thursday, 7:30 to 9:30. Go to aagunslingers.com to find out. All-American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom, America!
Summer is here, and so is the Buffalo Shrimp Special at Hooters. 10 crispy shrimp tossed in your favorite sauce, served with fries, all at a special price. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for one near you.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Guys, if I could just have your attention.
Let's go! Turn it on now!
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go.
Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this. Now we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
JP, hour number 2 brought to you by JustCallMo.com, Tampa's injury attorneys. We'll get to Dead Guy in the Envelope in a couple of minutes. Monica and Dizzy with me in the Tampa studios, as always. You guys following this Stephon Diggs issue?
Oh, John Senning was the first to tell me about it.
Girl.
Where he was like you're talking about the pink stuff, right?
I'm talking about the pink stuff.
Yeah.
What is it? What's pink?
Well, they're calling it, it's a drug called pink cocaine. I actually think, and Diz, you'll probably know better than me, it's one of the drugs that was kind of passed around at the Dizzy parties.
Yeah, it is.
At the Diddy parties.
Oh,
I could have sworn that was one of the things that was named early on when they started talking about how, you know, he had butlers in the house that had to walk around with fanny packs full of drugs. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And there was Coke, and there was Molly, and there was GHB, and I could have sworn that whole pink cocaine thing, because I had never heard of it before. So now, the story with Stephon Diggs, and for those of you who don't know who he is a wide receiver. He was he started out in Minnesota, then he went to Buffalo, and he was just nothing but a pain in the ass in Buffalo.
Well, no, hold on, that's not right.
Well,
he was he and Josh were BFFs. In the beginning, he was really, really, really good, and he did really well. And then he was bad in the locker room after that. Yeah, exactly.
Right, he became a cancer, and then he left, and he had a cup of coffee with Houston, and now he just signed a $20 million a year deal. I don't get it. Like, he was the number 3 in Houston, and they gave this guy, it's like a 3-year, $63 million deal.
But
it's
what
crazy.
else they got? Like, New England right now is just trying.
I just think you can get a lot of better wide receiver for that kind of coin.
With you, I just think they're just throwing whatever they can.
I guess.
You want to come here in this crappy team and your name? Okay, maybe they'll get butts in the seats. And
so anyway, they got Vrabel now, the coach. He's like, "Yep, we're aware of this whole thing, and we're going to be investigating it, and all the conversations between Stephon and myself, we're going to remain between myself, Stephon, and the club." And I'm like, not when there's little baggies of pink powder floating around. It's not staying between the three of you. There's not a chance the NFL is not going to get in the middle of this whole thing.
Oh, yeah, because they painted his picture all over the internet with it. They're going to be like, this ties you in with our organization, and us allowing you to go on without doing anything says it's okay.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they're going to drug test him.
Yeah.
I'm sure the whole thing
He'll
is...
pass.
Yeah, I
they
guess.
usually cheat their way out of a lot of those type of things, right?
Probably.
What is it? What is
okay,
pink?
so I did a little research on this. Are you proud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Tussie. The street word is Tussie.
Okay.
And it's apparently a mixture of ketamine and Molly, MDMA.
And metamethamine.
Huh?
And metamethamine.
What does it do?
Methamphetamine, you mean?
Whatever.
Yeah, crystal meth.
Are you?
So ketamine, MDMA are the most common ingredients, and says although cocaine, methamphetamine, oxycodone, caffeine, something else I never heard of, and other designer drugs are found as well. So it's literally just a hodgepodge of drugs. Like, so ketamine is, what I use for mental health stuff.
And that calms you down, right? I'm trying to figure out if it gets
Well,
you
that's
happy.
a dissociative. Like, so you're, when you're, especially with a drip, you're, you slowly take off and you kind of go into this place where you're alive. You're alive, but you're like, you're not aware of anything around you, and you're just in it until it wears off, and then you kind of come out of it, and it's like nothing ever happened, right? And they're using it a lot for mental health. Then there's MDMA, which I've never done, which is Molly. That's a hallucinogen, from what I understand. Okay. Yes or no, Diz?
It's fun stuff.
Fun stuff. Okay.
Allegedly.
Meth is a stimulant. Coke, obviously, a stimulant.
Okay.
Oxycodone is a painkiller. That's an opioid.
But that's pleasure. That sends pleasure signals to your brain, right? So this is all up happy.
All of
This is
it
like
does.
a party thing. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All of it does. All of it does. So, but I can't even imagine. I know people use ketamine as a party drug. I can't fathom being able to stand.
That was 100% at Diddy's party. Like you said, the employees were carrying it around. Also, that's what they found in the kid from, I forget the band, the one who jumped off the balcony.
Oh, in Mexico?
I think it was Mexico.
He was part of a boy band, and then he wasn't. I feel bad because
Oh, that wasn't in Mexico. It was in like Brazil.
Okay,
yeah. The 5 Seconds of Summer guy?
Yes.
No. Is that it?
Is it Liam something?
Yes, Liam Payne. Liam Payne. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was in his system as well.
Not 5 Seconds of Summer. He was in the Harry Styles band.
Yes.
I don't know what.
Yes.
Whatever Harry Styles. I don't even know the name of that band.
So this is a party drug that gets everybody happy and hyper. And he was seen, from what I understand, passing it to a girl, right? Or passing it to a group of girls.
A group of girls. And he was
But
like,
here's the thing. Homeboy's dating Cardi B now, apparently.
She was there.
Yeah.
She was there.
Yeah, she's all into that, like, not swinging, but, she likes girls, too. She's bisexual.
Good for her.
Yeah. So, she was probably like, get that stuff. I can't do it as good as Brett.
Yeah, Brett does it. It's great.
But it's not. So it was out in the open. These girls are physically receiving it from him. In other words,
yeah, they were.
They're not getting roofied or anything, right?
No.
No, they were asking for it.
Nobody's there against their will.
And is it a pill or a powder?
It's a powder.
So do they snort it?
Yeah. Yeah. In this article that I'm reading, it's a Fox News Sports article. They're calling it a bag of unidentified pink substance. But then they go in a little bit deeper, and it's saying that it's thought to be pink cocaine, and it goes into what the pink cocaine stuff is. But they're all saying, like, yeah, no, it's only going to stay in-house. Good luck. Nope. And you got a $63 million problem on your hands. Excuse me, 3 years, $69 million with the Patriots.
All I know is he's
By the way, after rehabbing a torn ACL, they gave him $69 million.
Listen, he's writing on his name right now, okay? And he has some stats to back him up. I'm not saying he's the best that's ever lived. I'm saying
correct.
He's definitely writing on his name, and New England is desperate because they got squat, and so that just is a whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But having said that, he's now. There's never been attached to his name that I know of anyway, any kind of drugs or any kind of, any negative stuff as far as that goes. His attitude and his ego and all of that is one thing, but he's now in that category of athletes, whether he wants to or not. That's going to attach to him. You know what I mean? I don't know that his name stays the same.
It doesn't.
After
They
this.
did Odell, when Odell with the white powder on the pizza box.
Yeah.
He never really bounced back from that one either.
Yeah, you're in the category now. You're in that club, and it sucks,
sure
but
are.
you did it to yourself.
You sure are. And you know how the NFL is protect the shield at all costs.
Yeah, they can't be associated.
They're not gonna deal with this. Nope.
I don't know, but then how everybody boos the commissioner for a reason. Someone else gets this punishment, and Stephon Diggs will get like you can't play for a week, or you know what I mean? It'll be a week when he was going to be out anyway, or something. Like, you never know with this commissioner, but
I know. Didn't they just say there's going to be one team is playing back-to-back games overseas? Did I see that?
Yes, you did. And who was it? Was it Minnesota? Who was it?
I don't know.
I want to say it was Minnesota. I think
Somebody
it was Minnesota.
It's a franchise that hates their fans. I can tell you that.
That's what I'm saying. And I think I retweeted that and said, what are we doing, people? Listen, as an NFL fan, I love a good 9:30 in the morning.
Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I was right. I love a good 9:30 tailgate watching football. I love it. But
right.
Your fans, like you just said, those are quote unquote home games, right? So
No, I don't think they're both home games.
Oh,
that
one
would be
of them-
crazy.
I know.
They'd be giving up millions of dollars. No way.
Why do we got to?
I can see it being one game is a home game and one game's an away game. And they're going to receive, money from ticket sales and everything that's going on at the other stadium when it's their home game. But
how come
to give up two home games? That's too much in the NFL.
We went to Germany, right? We played in Germany. The Bucks.
The Bucks were in
Not
Germany.
recently.
Yes.
It was like
So
2
did
years
the
ago,
Giants.
right?
They played the Giants, if I remember correctly.
Beat the
I know
Giants.
the Giants
We're
played in
definitely
Germany last year.
Here's the thing. I don't know if Germany has a soccer team. I'm
Yeah,
saying,
they do.
Okay, so
Germany's got a lot of
when
soccer
does the
teams.
Germany soccer team come to America and play? Why
Well,
is it only us
they
going
do.
there?
They do.
They do.
They have-
Especially this year, that's called the Club World Cup is in the States.
Yeah, they don't play their league games here because they're not going to make as much as they do over there.
Yeah.
Right. But they do tournaments. They do what's called friendlies, which is basically a nice way to call it a scrimmage.
Yeah.
Do NFL teams
they'll-
make as much as they would than they would here? Because why are we only doing it one way?
Because they're just trying to expand the market. They're
Yeah.
trying to get, television rights.
Yeah.
People
What?
watch the NFL in other countries. This is not.
Right. But by putting the game in front of their face and letting them experience it firsthand, you drum up more interest. It's
Yeah.
the same reason bands go on tour. You want to put it out there to the people so they can come in and experience it and buy the
Yeah.
T-shirts and buy the memorabilia, and buy the gear and
Exactly.
and if it ends up big enough, then they get television rights overseas and now they're getting advertising and all that kind of stuff.
So
You
screw
send
you.
people over there, yeah, they're watching the games, but now if you send Tennessee Titans over there and I become a Titans fan, I'm watching every game. I'm probably buying the merch now. You got more, fans that are spending more in the NFL,
Screw
whether
you,
it's
local
time or money.
fans who have been diehard since the get. We don't care about you. We care about these strangers because we want more money. That's what I hear.
Okay, you're not
Well,
wrong.
it's a business. They do
I don't
it's
like
business.
it.
More money.
I don't like it. You
Of
make
course you don't.
You make enough money here. Like nobody's crying poor in the NFL as far as income goes. The merchandise and tickets and everything else on the.
I saw something yesterday. I guess the Florida Panthers are in the Stanley Cup again.
Yeah, I want to talk
And
about that.
they were making a big deal out of them being the 9th franchise to ever get back to back Stanley Cups. And they call it the 9th franchise. I'm like, I don't think you guys should be touting that. It makes it sound like it's easy when it's not. Like 9 different franchises have been able to go back to back to back.
Yeah, but over how
in
many
the
years? Yeah.
Then compare it to like the NFL. How many teams have gone back to back to back into
Buffalo
into
4 times.
into the Super Bowl? Okay, not many though, right? You had the Patriots. Right? It's not 9
Buffalo's the only one in the history of the NFL that's done it 4
And
times in a
lost.
row.
and lost.
Yes, but also that went. Nobody else has gone 4 times in a row and won or lost. Just
I
nobody's
gotcha.
ever gone.
My point is the NHL is like puffing their chest out that it's the 9th franchise, and I'm like, you're making it sound easy when it's not. When it's not, it comes off to me like it's way easier because, not many teams in baseball have done it. Not many. I'm not saying it hasn't been done in the other sports, but
I don't
I
think
can't
it
think of
sounds easy.
9.
The stat I saw was that this is it 6th year? How many years in a row that it's a Florida team
Florida
that's been
team,
in the
yeah. I think it's since the year 2000. Every single year has been a Florida team. It's either been the Lightning or the Panthers.
Doesn't snow, surrounded by sand, but we're the best at hockey.
Oh, and by the
Canada.
way, let's do the Winter Classic in a dome in Miami.
Yeah.
I understand it's a retractable dome and all that kind of stuff, but it's like every once in a while, you just got to look at these commissions and be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what are you thinking? Why would you think that the Winter Classic needs to be played in Florida? I'm sorry.
Yeah. They're going to have a
I'm
Raymond James
sorry.
game.
The whole point of doing the Winter Classic was to make it old school, bring it outdoor hockey, playing on the pond, that kind of thing. That was the whole thought process
Like
behind
Buffalo, Chicago, it was in these, outside and people are
Correct.
freezing their asses off. And that's just old school cool hockey.
Boston, New York,
Yes.
you were doing it in Chicago. You do it in all the one I told you, the one they did in Lake Tahoe was probably the most beautiful sporting event I've ever watched. It was good with the mountains in the background. I mean, they ended up having to start the game and then hold off because of the sun beating down on the ice and it melted and they had to go wait You didn't know that?
Yeah. I was watching. I love the classics.
The sun started beating down on the ice, and they were skating on slush. So they had to call the game, wait until nighttime, wait till they were able to freeze the rink back over, and then pick up where they left off.
Yeah.
And now they're saying, put on all your pads and go to Florida. Get a heat stroke during the game.
Right.
Well, all they saw was that there's hockey fans in Florida. Where's the money? Hockey fans in Florida.
But you know what? You'd fill out those stadiums in any northern place where it's guaranteed cold and you get the whole effect of it.
But then you think of the people who would rather be in Florida in the middle of the winter where they're from. They're used to that cold. They want to go.
And that's the thing. It's all these fans that aren't from Florida that came down that made hockey so big here.
Yeah.
But you built this Winter Classic thing on the fact of bringing it back to the basics.
Yeah, I'm with you. Listen,
and now
I agree.
you're putting it in a dome in Miami. It's pretty freaking stupid. And at Ray J. I mean, good for you guys. But, I mean, I went to one of those games. I froze my ball bag off.
But that's part
horrific.
of it. No, but it's fun. You're alive.
The thing about it, Monica, is it was so cold your cell phones died. And I was wearing full-blown hunting gear. I was dressed for it.
Listen, you're talking to a girl who went to Bills games in winter, and it's, listen.
Right.
But did you die?
No, it didn't die, but it wasn't a fun experience.
It's fun.
And I'll tell you why. Because when you go to those games and they're outdoors, it's not the same experience that you're used to when you go to a hockey game with all the noise and you can hear the checks and you can hear the pucks on the stick and all that
you
other
are
stuff.
far away though. You're
It's all the way over there,
and
I compared it to watching a hockey game on mute.
Yeah, it's so far away. But they have entertainment and stuff in between that's closer.
Yeah,
right?
they do all that. They do all that hype stuff like they do during the playoffs in the NFL and Super Bowl and all that stuff. They do all that stuff, but it's just like for the game itself, for the fans.
Yeah,
it's looks great on paper, and then when you get there, it's cool, but it's very, very different. To me, it didn't live up to the expectation.
But everybody go to Ray J.
Right.
You're not on the promo team, I think.
Enjoy the game, everybody.
Yeah.
Dead woman in the envelope. Dead woman, dead guy is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. We have a woman that you know from the world of music, and this woman is in multiple halls of fame. She was the real deal. No question about it. Monifa.
Okay. Is this woman a singer?
Yes. Diz.
Did she start with a band? Like, was she part of a band?
No.
Okay.
You know her as a solo artist. Don't even bother going back. Yeah, but you know what? When she first got out of high school. Stop.
Okay.
You know this chick
show choir.
You know her as a solo artist. And she was one of the baddest to ever do it. 800-771-1025. A woman you know from music, multiple halls of fame, total badass solo artist. Your yes or no calls at 800-771-1025. It's Dead Guy in the Envelope on 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Your questions next.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The open mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA summer sale.
Hi, yeah. My family and I want our backyard to be a summer oasis.
Don't sweat it. Our summer deals are here to help. Save up to 50% off on select items. Plus, IKEA loyalty members can save an extra 10%.
Sign me up. You just saved my summer.
Visit us in store from 5/27 to 6/30 or at ikea-usa.com/summer sale for more details. Offer valid 5/27 to 6/30/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and ikea-usa.com/summer sale for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
John Senning here. I'm obviously not an attorney, but Mo DeWitt is. And you probably already know that if you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo and his firm fights for the injured people in Tampa Bay to get them what they deserve. Fighting the insurance companies can seem overwhelming, but that's what Mo does every day. And he's ready to do it for you. No matter what life throws at you, stand up and fight to get what you deserve. And it all starts with one call to Tampa's injury attorney at 866-CALL-MO. Give him a call day or night at 866-CALL-MO. That's That's 866-CALL-MOE.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them. To see someone that is in pain, I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Take advantage of the Employee Pricing Plus event at Cherry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We'll double your down payment on a new ride up to $10,000. And your first 3 payments are on us at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S. Tampa is Ohm Country. Online at cherryohm.com. Call 1-800-210-6286 for complete details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 trillion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now, I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
Memorial Day savings all month long at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with 0 down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All backed by owner assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service.
Visit crownhyundai.com.
With approved credit, 36-month lease, 10K miles a year, $39.99 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
There is one activity this summer that you can be sure won't be affected by rain or heat, and that is bowling. Pin Chasers provides you with air-conditioned enjoyment all summer long. You can join a league. You can host birthday parties there. Go to pinchasers.net to find out their nightly specials or to reserve a lane. And don't deal with that brutal heat and unpredictable weather this summer. Pinchasers.net, 4 area locations for you. And don't forget Bone Bowling Night on Wednesday.
At Bernetti PA, our team will tell you that our #1 priority is striving for the best customer service in the industry. I'm honored by the number of referrals we get from our current and past clients. They trust us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BURNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
All right, if that got in the envelope, 800-771-1025. Your clues are she's a woman that you know from music. She was a total badass. She's in multiple halls of fame. You know her as a solo artist. All right. And Monica, I forgot what your question was. Remind me, please.
I asked if she was a singer.
She was a singer, indeed. 800-771-1025. Now, your job is to ask yes or no questions. If you get a yes, you go again. If you get a no, then we move on to another caller. You put all the clues together, and somebody will win their choice of 3 different fantastic prizes. Let's go with Terry on line 1. Go ahead, Terry.
Hi, was she married to Ike?
No. She was not married to Ike. Let's go with Michael on line 6.
What's going on, guys? Well, if she's a total badass, she's got to be a punk rock singer, right?
No. John, line 5.
In my head, he was holding up his hand for a high five in that one.
Probably, right? Am I
Yeah,
right?
I was like, yeah, yep.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, was she? Did she play in the Blues Brothers
No.
movie?
She did not play in the Blues Brothers. Dave, line 3.
Hey, was she known as the Queen of Soul?
No.
Was she African American?
What?
Was she African American?
Yes. Let's do Jock, line 4.
Did she die in the 2000s?
Yes.
Is she in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Multiple.
Did she die from drug overdose?
That's a good question. How did she die? No. She did not. She did not die of a drug overdose. Good question, though. Robert, line 8.
Was she murdered?
She was not murdered. Let's see what else we got here. I'm just trying to see if I can give you any other clues.
I feel like
Her Wikipedia page is gigantic, so scrolling up and down is a pain in the ass.
we have not narrowed down the genre. Is she a pop singer?
I mean, she had songs on the charts, on the pop charts, so I'll give it to you. But I wouldn't necessarily call her a pop singer. All right. Angie on line 5.
Oh, whoops. Hang on.
Did she die in 2018?
No. John on line 7.
Yeah. Did she want to dance with somebody?
No. It is not Whitney. Jesse on line 6.
Literally just took my A question.
Oh,
Thought
I'm
it was
sorry. Let's do Butch, line 4.
Yeah, I was with Whitney too.
Okay.
Peace.
Let's go. Jesse, line 3.
Pivot, people.
Hey, was she born in Tennessee?
Nope. She was not. She was not born in Tennessee. Kelly, line 2.
Was she related to Whitney?
No. She was not related to Whitney. Monica, you want to do nerd notes?
I got Nerd Notes, sponsored by
Okay.
Insert. What did you say? Sponsored by Insert your business here.
Nerd notes brought to you by Your Business Here.
Thank you. We have a dead woman, a dead African American woman we know from the world of music. She's in multiple halls of fame. She is a singer, not part of a band. We just know her as a solo artist. She did have songs on the charts, so we might not necessarily classify her as a pop singer. She died in the 2000s, not from a drug overdose and not from being murdered.
Correct. Kevin on line 1. Thank you for your nerd notes. Brought to you
Yes.
by... Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Was she a person of color?
Yep.
Yeah. Was it Tina Turner?
Nope.
I like the way you said color.
Nope. JJ, line 2.
Was she from Massachusetts?
Born in Boston.
Yes.
Is it Donna Summer?
Donna Summer is the dead woman in the envelope. Yes.
Dance for
It most
love.
certainly is Donna Summer. She was in the Rock and Roll Hall of
Good job,
Fame.
JJ.
And I think she's in
Thank
the
you.
Songwriter Hall of Fame or something else. But yeah, congratulations, my man. You win. Let's see what you got. You got your choice. Styx at the Amp, Dierks Bentley at the Amp, or Next Big Thing Legends with Cage the Elephant at Baycare Sound. Which would you like?
We'll go with Dierks Bentley.
All right, you got a pair of tickets to see Dierks Bentley at the Amp Friday, June 6th.
Good ticket.
Hope you weren't planning on going to Metallica that night. Hold on, okay? Donna Summer.
She was in one of my favorite campy movies. Was it Thank God It's Friday? It's from like 1976 or something.
Oh my God! Yeah.
75. And she was like this woman who wanted to get her song heard when the DJ was ignoring her, and just love that movie.
Yeah.
Maybe Drew's doing karaoke at the Beach Bash. He's hosting a karaoke. Yeah. So maybe I sing that song, but JP, I feel like you should get out there for karaoke.
Do karaoke?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You got a better chance of finding Jesus coming off the cross.
Wait a minute. What if we did Ebony and Ivory, me and you?
You are black and I am white. You're as blind as the bat and I have sight.
Not the words.
It is on the one I like.
If I would sing that version with you and give you a couple, buy you a couple, maybe like buy you an old fashioned or whatever, get you nice and chill, toasty. Mm-hmm. If we sing that song karaoke, give. I think the listeners would like that.
What about what I like?
It's not about you. I'll tell you what you tell me. It's not about you. It's about the show and the listeners.
All right, let's baby steps. What am I doing? Don't I have some sort of reading circle I'm hosting?
No.
What am I
No, they relieved you of your thought circle, and now you're doing karaoke. Now it's all karaoke. Ebony and Ivory, me and you. Let's do it.
We'll see. How's that?
That's a no. I know. I speak dad.
Yeah, that's pretty much a no.
You're boring. You're boring and lame. What are you gonna do at the Beach Bash? You're just gonna sit there in your chair and gonna hang out in your room? You gotta get involved.
I know. I gotta see the itinerary. I gotta see what the activities are.
This is not gonna give you any anxiety, right? It's gonna be a fun day, a fun weekend.
Will it give me any anxiety? I'm sure. Chances are there'll be some. I'll get over it. It's not going to stop me from doing anything. It's not going to stop me from having a good time.
Is it better for people to give you space? I'm not to stay away from you by any means.
Fine.
But, okay.
No. I'll be fine. I'm not worried about it.
Maybe you'll be fine enough to sing Ebony and Ivory.
Now. Good job, Monica. Thank you.
You know what soothes your nerves?
What?
Karaoke.
I did sing with Pitbull Toddler once.
No, that's okay.
I think I sang a little Poison. Because that's real.
Oh, God. What is karaoke?
That's real. That's like rock star stuff. You wouldn't understand.
I don't understand at all.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Surfside Seltzer presents JP's Metallica Liquid Lunch. Join JP and The Bone Friday, June 6th as we be game for Metallica with a live broadcast at the original Hooters in Clearwater. And if you didn't get your tickets yet, sorry for your luck, loser. Just kidding.
You hooked me up with tickets to the show.
We have tickets. JP will have 3 pair of last-minute Metallica tickets for you to win on site. So, obviously, you need to call off work. Just tell your boss JP said it's cool and head to the original Hooters in Clearwater. Meet JP, Monica, and Dizzy. Drink some Surfside Seltzers, and you might just win some Metallica tickets.
This is James from Metallica. Hey, win your tickets.
JP's Metallica Liquid Lunch with a live broadcast at the original Hooters in Clearwater. We'll see you there. 102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming. You can skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. You can say goodbye to the stress that comes along with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
At Sun Toyota, we're saluting service with Memorial Day specials all month long during the Summer Starts Here sales event. Get a $500 Amazon gift card with a new vehicle purchase. Then shop select new Toyota trucks with 0% financing and a nationwide lifetime warranty with 4-year maintenance on new models. Shop online at suntoyota.com because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 1-800-639-3367 for more information.
Sun Toyota. When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game, stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, we're the home run hitters you need. Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Stingray Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet. With the economic landscape in a constant state of flux, consumers are understandably concerned about how car prices will be affected. While no one has a crystal ball to predict the future, I will say that if you're planning on purchasing a new vehicle in the next year, now would be a good time to pull the trigger. Luckily, our inventory here at Stingray is in great shape with over 700 new and pre-owned vehicles available, including a huge selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs. And since saving money is on the top of everyone's mind, remember that Stingray on I-4 has no dealer fee, and that automatically saves you $1,000 to $1,500. So while other dealers will charge a hefty fee on top of the advertised price of the vehicle, rest assured that you won't pay that here. StingrayChevrolet.com, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4. Exit 22, Plant City. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through May 31st, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now with Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
Pollen season is here, and the only way to ensure that your car is truly clean every day is the unlimited membership plan from Bubble Down Car Wash. With locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, and a new location in Palm Harbor, you'll have the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
102.5 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. And now, back to JP.
It's JP, 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Just a reminder, June 6th from 11 to 1, our Metallica Liquid Lunch for pregame. Anybody's going to Ray J that night to see Metallica with Ice Nine Kills and Limp Bizkit, we will have tickets to give away. 3 pair of tickets to give away during the Liquid Lunch. We're going to be at the OG Hooters, as Monica likes to say. Big thanks to Bud Light and Surfside Seltzers for putting the whole thing together.
I'm going to have a Surfside. It's going to be my first alcohol since the whole tooth debacle of 2025.
Oh, really? You're not going to have a drink until June 6th?
I haven't had it. Alcohol's not allowed for at least 10 days. And yesterday was 10 days.
It's been 10 days, and the weekend is starting tomorrow.
Yesterday is 10 days.
What are you doing tomorrow? You're not having a drink?
No, I've got
Lies.
I've got the fear now. It's like it's been so long. Now I'm afraid to. It's a whole
Jesus
psychological
Christ.
thing. I know.
Okay.
But I'll do it. I'll do it next Friday.
You really think? Okay. You really think you're not gonna have a drink until next Friday?
I don't.
All weekend this weekend. You got no plans? Is the weather nice? You going to the beach?
I'm gonna
UFL games?
go into the.
No.
No what?
UFL
No
games?
UFL game.
There's UFL. No, this is the week off. You guys, playoffs start next week.
Oh, can't wait.
And by playoffs start, I mean it's just one. It's 2 games, and that's
2 games.
Well, it's the top 2 from each division. One plays at 3:00. The other plays, I think, at 8:00 or something like that.
So the
6 o'clock.
top 2 from the 3-team divisions.
4-team divisions.
Oh, excuse me, 4 teams.
and then there's a USFL championship, and an XFL championship, and then whoever wins that game, they go to
The big show.
the championship,
Yeah.
and that's on the next weekend, the 14th. Shut up, it's fun.
Yeah, okay. There's no Cinderella story because they're all Cinderellas. They all just suck.
No, they don't, and they honestly. They play with so much heart. That's what I don't think you guys understand. It's
Dude,
it's
they
a
gotta
very
get you
scrappy.
on the payroll.
Yeah.
They got to get you on the payroll, man.
It's so scrappy. All of the games have come down to like last minute stuff. Like it really has been. And then in implementing the new rules, they almost won because there's no onside kick, but you can do it if you want to do to replace that. It's a 4th and 12 situation. So last week in the last game, if they would have got that 4th and 12, they would have won the game, but they didn't.
Did we ever get an update from the Inferno game? Did you go?
I wasn't in tooth. I wasn't tooth healthy. Yeah, it was. I was not.
So all that hype about
I
going
know.
to see.
I feel bad, and I slept
Team has
so
to
much.
fold now.
But
The
you know what
two
we did
fans-
find? You know what we did find out that day, Diz? It was after the show. They pay to play.
They pay to play?
They pay to play.
Well, listen. Until people support them, until they can get a real.
So until never. Okay.
I understand, but what's the get for paying?
They love the game. They love the sport, and they're playing. They're doing what they want to do.
So it's just a
Somebody's
women's league.
making money off of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they take road trips and stuff. I don't know how. I'm not the financial person in regards to all of this, but they have people. Then they go on road trips and stuff, and they pay. I think like 4, maybe 5 games total, maybe 6.
Okay.
A few away and a few here. And listen, they're in the beginning stages, but if they get support, then
right.
Beginning stages. Remember when the NFL, when those guys had to pay to play? Remember that time? The early stages of the NFL?
You guys suck.
You're very negative today, Diz.
Is there anything that you guys like that is not what everybody else likes?
I just don't. It's not that I don't like it, and I would go check it out. Why not? What do you got to lose?
Applesauce on burgers first.
Applesauce on burgers first.
I'll
is
eat
right.
that first.
But to make them pay to play, I think is crazy.
Yeah.
That's like asking, telling bands that they have to, when the bands have to pay to get on stage.
I think, first of all, that's for bands, that's exposure. And in the beginning, they have to do it. And for these players, if they, maybe they all pay X amount of money and it goes into the fund, and that fund pays for their away games and that sort of thing and their uniforms or whatever. So, maybe that's it.
It's full-blown tackle football for chicks.
Yeah.
You get hurt, you paid for it. Like, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
There's no benefits.
I know.
If they're paying to play, I guarantee you there's no,
sure they have jobs. Like they
there's
can't just.
insurance, I'm assuming, but Jesus.
When you go to the lingerie bowl, let me know. I'll go with you.
I've been to have you ever been to a lingerie bowl game?
But I will.
I went back in the day. It was at Raymond James Stadium. I'm sorry. What do you call it? Emily Arena. And honestly, I was impressed by that too. Now, of course, there's the TNA aspect of it all, but
Yeah, that's all I'm going for.
no,
I don't
but
care
it was,
if there's one pass caught. I'm not going for that.
they were serious.
I'll boo
about
it. I'll go, boo. It's not what I came here for.
They were serious about it. They were serious athletes. It was fun to watch. It really was. I've been to an AFL game as well, arena football at Emily before, and that's it's a bit confused. I was confused. I just didn't know all the rules, and it's very fast, and
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I've seen arena football. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I'd leave it at that.
Tampa used to have a team, right? What was it? What was it?
Long Island had the Dragons.
Storm, that's right.
Yeah, we were pretty good.
We might have just gotten another one too. I don't know.
Storm was pretty good from what I remember. They just couldn't sell tickets because why would you go see the
Because
Storm?
you guys, that's why. Because you guys are all like, screw the. What about these people who are like, this is their leg up. This is they love the game of football. They didn't get in the NFL. This is just what they want to do with their lives, and they're enjoying their
you think
lives.
those people care about your leg up?
I think.
And I don't mean your legs. I mean like your career.
I think that to a certain degree, I don't know if they do, but even like Gareth right now is part-time. I know when I was part-time, it's like there are people rooting for us to be full-time. There are people that are like, okay, you're not making a lot of money, and sometimes maybe it feels like you're paying because have all these other expenses, but you'll get to the big leagues.
Football players.
Yeah. The equivalent of that is like, oh, I'm a rookie wide receiver that they hope I one day become the first string receiver, right? It's not like I'm in a lower league. I'm in the same league as y'all. I'm on there with y'all.
There was the stories in the UFL. They're talking about the one guy who was literally managing a Dunkin' Donuts 2 weeks ago. Like they called him up, and the one guy was parking golf carts.
The commentator's like, Jerry Lewis up here at quarterback, who's also my mechanic. You need a good mechanic? Go check out Jerry.
The one guy was parking golf carts. Like these people are like they think this is their life, but they love football, and then their reputation, their name, and the scouts are out there saying, okay, this guy used to play and he's not injured or whatever. And we need a quarterback or whatever we need. And he's in the game, and now he's the hero, and he was just managing a Dunkin' Donuts. I think that's cool.
He's in the game.
He's in the game.
When they show the players in the NFL, and they're like, he attended this university, they just say like their other job, Dunkin' Donuts manager.
I'm happy for him. What if you were managing what if right now you were part-time here?
I am.
And then all of a sudden, Howard Stern or someone calls you and and then now you're in the big leagues and they're like, God, this guy was working part-time at a station in Tampa, and now it's cool for that person to get that call up.
Of course it is.
I think I like, and I'm rooting for them. It makes me want to root for them even more. Screw you guys crapping all over stuff.
In other news, I got my Twitter back.
How?
I feel like all you had to do was tap a button.
Yeah, it was like one day you didn't have it.
No.
You sure you just didn't forget your password?
I'm positive. I had to change the email associated with this account because somebody hijacked it. I couldn't change my I had to go back and forth with emails with Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it, over the course of 3 days.
Are you sure it wasn't?
I'm 100. I can show you the email chain. Okay. It had nothing to do with me. Somebody took my account. And then, so I would go to change the password, and the email was associated with the account. You know how when they give you the first two letters and then star at
yeah
YA star. So it was like somebody I didn't know with TC with the first two words of the email address at, my guess is yahoo.com. And then I had to go back and forth. That's not here's my password, here's my other, like all this information that I had to give them. And then the Roger and JP Twitter account is under my name.
Yeah, that sucks.
So then I had to explain all that kind of stuff. And you're only allowed one account per email address and blah, blah, blah. And they're saying that I had two accounts, but I don't have to. It was a whole friggin' thing. But all I know is.
I'm surprised you stuck with it. I'm surprised you just say, screw it, I don't even care anymore.
You know what, Monica? I got to be honest with you. I didn't really. If it wasn't for this, I would burn the whole goddamn thing. I don't care. I really don't.
Okay, now do you
I kind of feel like, Twitter tried to take my account and they realized how boring it was and they just spit it back like a fish that swallowed bait.
This is not what we want. Do you feel, since you went through all that work and it was a pain in the ass and red tape and whatever, do you feel like now you'll post more because you've earned it?
You know what? I just got to remember to do I've been doing the Instagram more often, and Instagram.
You've been posting on IG and I haven't seen it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will now. I will. Do I not follow you?
Oh, that would be
possible.
Great if
you
guys don't
bitch.
I know. What if I don't? What is your
JP on the radio?
At JP on your radio.
I see you. Hold on. Oh, I'm following you. Screw off.
Does he follow you back though? That's the question. Well, I guess so because he's seen your stories.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Do you have to? Okay.
I follow you. I do.
Okay.
We're on the same team, man. We're all in the same gang.
Yeah, I guess. I did repost your story.
For the gig?
Yeah.
Cool.
What gig? Oh, next Friday. Yeah, I've been posting that. Yeah. I'm excited for that.
I am too.
Me too.
I really do hope that we don't between the three of us, we don't drop the ball on the hamburger apple sausage.
Yes.
I just want to know is who is going to
run the board.
Correct.
Me and Monica were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah, we were, and I was like, if we don't get on John, who's on PTO, but if we don't get on John Brennan immediately, it will be the day of situation.
He's on PTO. His door was open like 5 minutes ago.
He's on PTO next week. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Is he off already now?
I got you then.
All I know is this. I heard in the promo, come see JP, Monica, and Dizzy. So he's definitely got you three accounted for at the event.
All right.
Until day of. And then he's like,
Dizzy, shut up and run the board. Yeah, I get it.
I think we'd say, I think if I know John Brennan, it'll be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Hey, man.
Is it cool?
Yeah.
Is it cool?
Let's see if John Senning continues Flossgate, for lack of a better phrase.
It's done. It wasn't used.
Yeah. We're running into his time. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Dizzy. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
Makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Experience the summer of music with Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. You can win tickets to some of the biggest shows of the year, including Thomas Rhett, The Weeknd, Jason Aldean, or you could win one of dozens of Neutral prizes like coolers and hats. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Just visit any participating Circle K location in Florida and scan the QR code on the Neutral Summer of Music poster to enter.
When it really matters, choose Farrah and Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
John Senning here for Tiza Energy. There are a few products in this life that you use every single day. Maybe toilet paper, maybe your cell phone. Well, for me, it is definitely Tiza. I love this pouch that you dip between your cheek and your gum. I personally have never been a dipper or a vapor or a smoker. I love it for that focused energy that it gives me all day. Right before the show, I pop in a Bangin' Black Cherry. I love my first pouch in the morning. Gets the blood flowing. If you are trying to beat a habit, you want to stop dipping, vaping, smoking, maybe even staying away from the snacks, it can help with all those as well. Developed by a local doctor, and you can use our code BONE20 at TZIEnergy.com to get 20% off everything in the online store. Also available on Amazon. Subscribe and get your pouches right to your front door every single week. You got to try it if you haven't. There's a flavor for everybody. TZIEnergy.com. Why spit when you can swallow?
What's up, Bone listeners? It's Captain Zach. Are you looking for more power? Check out my friends at LBP. Whether you're boating, taking a cruise on the golf cart, my friends at Lithium Battery Power have the innovative technology to give that to you. Check them out at lithiumbatterypower.com or call 727-223-9831. Lithium Battery Power. Longer life, more power.
I'm Doug Bernetti. Growing up, I learned how hard it can be to make ends meet. At Bernetti PA, we help people every day with debt collection calls, credit card debt, home foreclosures, and bankruptcy cases. If you have questions, call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included: Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TRAVEL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TRAVEL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TRAVEL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
If you're in the market for a car, chances are you've heard all about those confusing 25% auto tariffs, additional costs added to both new and used cars, and ultimately passed on to you. But don't stress, because at Auto Lenders in Palm Harbor, we have a unique way